What's going on, guys? If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like my content. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ScotianCanadien. So, Marc Bergevin was up to some fourth line juggling today. We got a few things to go over right quick, but first and foremost, the Montreal Canadiens have acquired center Nate Thompson and a 2019 fifth round pick in exchange for one of Montreal's fourth round picks in that 2019 draft. The pick Montreal is giving up is later in that fourth round pick, and the one they're getting back from LA is earlier in that fifth round. So dropping anywhere between 10 to 20 slots in draft positioning between that fourth and fifth round, Bergevin was able to acquire a veteran bottom six center. That's a great low risk price for a player of Nate Thompson's caliber. He's 34 years old and has 12 years NHL experience on his belt, as well as some playoff experience. He's not known chipping in offensively, but what he is known for is his play defensively. In 53 games this year for the LA Kings, he has 4 goals and 2 assists, but in the faceoff dot, he's at 53.1%, which would now put him as Montreal's second best guy in the faceoff dot after Phillip Danault. Nate Thompson is also a penalty kill specialist and great in his own zone. He has 62 games playoff experience, and in those 62 games in the playoffs, he has 18 points. Now think of a guy like Matt Cullen, who actually had a similar amount of playoff experience as Nate Thompson before Cullen went on those really long playoff runs and cup wins with the Pittsburgh Penguins. And he was very important to the Pens on those long playoff runs, winning important faceoffs and killing some penalties, which is huge once you get very far into the postseason. So that's what this move was made for. It's an upgrade over Michael Chaput on that fourth line, especially in terms of that veteran experience. And another important part about this deal is that Nate Thompson actually waived his no move clause to come to Montreal. He had a 10-team no trade list. Not sure when he submitted that list, but Montreal was on his teams that he would not accept a trade to. But when approached with the opportunity to come to Montreal, he decided to waive that no move clause and come play for us. Maybe because the perception of Montreal is changing, because they are definitely on the upswing, and I think players around the NHL are starting to see that. Nate Thompson has just this season left on his contract at $1.65 million, so he'll be off the books for next year. His contract and this trade won't have any cap implications for the Montreal Canadiens past this season. I like the trade. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. But also what happened today due to this trade is Michael Chaput is due to hit waivers tomorrow, February 12th, to make room for Nate Thompson. And also what happened today, Kenny Agostino was claimed by the New Jersey Devils off of waivers. You guys know me. I was a big fan of Kenny Agostino, specifically because of his compete level. He was great on the forecheck every night and good in tight spaces. He had some big games for the Montreal Canadiens early, but he cooled off a little bit, so I understand the reasoning for putting him on waivers. And I think the Devils will be very happy with this depth pickup, especially because he's actually from the New Jersey area. As well today, Dale Weise was recalled from the Laval Rocket and will be joining the Montreal Canadiens. He won't end up playing for Laval right now anyway. He's going to start with the Canadiens. I'm very excited to see number 22 back on the ice in a Habs jersey. So between all these moves, Bergevin was able to upgrade Claude Julien's fourth line, which he was asking for, and Bergevin was able to do it for quite a cheap cost. Between the two moves, getting Dale Weise and getting Nate Thompson, he really didn't have to give up much to get a significant upgrade on that fourth line. And what I like about these trades being made early is that now Montreal management has about 2 weeks before the trade deadline to evaluate if these moves will have a positive effect on the Habs moving forward. And if not, they still have time to make some more decisions and possibly make some more moves. So what we're looking at right now is a fourth line that would have either Nate Thompson or Matt Pekka at the center slot, and then you'd have the wingers Charles Hudon, Nikolai Deslauriers, and Dale Weise to choose from. Looking good, guys. I would love to know what you think about this deal in the comments. Get in on the discussion down below. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you like my videos. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ScotianCanadien. Cheers, guys. Go Habs, go.